You ever wish you could get a do-over? Well, I'm about to offer you one because I graded your argument essay outlines, and 50% of students got a zero because they didn't do what is required. So the argument essay outline, you are supposed to create exactly that, an outline. So you're supposed to start with your claim, turn that into a funnel introduction, and then you're supposed to take notes, okay? Notes mean notes. Then you're supposed to take that and turn it into a paragraph. And then here's notes again, and you turn that into a paragraph. Okay, so you have to have statistics, maybe some quotes. So I have a combination of both, paraphrased information. All this is what I took from my note-taking document, the ones that I thought I was going to use, and I put them on here. And then I wrote this paragraph based on that. Then the counterclaim. Many of you are still not understanding a counterclaim. So this essay is supporting the claim that it's worth it to take risk. Bold actions are worth the risk. The two examples are bungee jumping, how it's not so dangerous, and the second one is skydiving. That's worth the risk. That the main things or the main injuries are sprains, dislocations, broken legs, hands, bumps, bruises. Learn how to do it well to reduce the risk of injury. So that's turned into a paragraph. Then the counterclaim is the other side of the argument. Some say it's not worth the risk of death for a few minutes of thrill. They are not willing to take any additional risk at all. Then I have to refute that. But they are taking risks driving. They learn safety to prevent fatalities and injuries in a car. It's the same idea as bungee jumping and skydiving. You can learn how to reduce risk and injury. Car going slow does not cause as much injury, and just the same way a skydiver who is prepared reduces their risk of injury. And then you turn that into a paragraph. I write more. That's just because I'm an English teacher. So yours doesn't have to be quite as long. Mine is very long. Yours doesn't have to be. And then your conclusion. It's an upside down funnel. So you restate the claim. It is worth the risk. You compare statistics on skydiving. I went back over the safety precautions for bungee jumping and repeating, leaving with something to think about, feel the feeling of living on the edge, but knowing that you'll be safe doing it, and then turn that into a conclusion. So if you've ever jumped out of a plane or bungee jumped off a bridge, you wouldn't question whether or not it's worth the risk. It is. You just have to remember that the risk is not as bad as you'd think. Have proper equipment and follow safety precautions to reduce your chances of injury and enjoy the sport to the fullest. You will never forget the feeling of flying. So that's what an outline should be. I'm only looking at the notes. I'm reading the essay in a separate document. Okay? This is 50%. The notes, the people who did it and had notes there, they mostly got 100%. The people who didn't do it, didn't have notes there, they got a 0%. And then you take it and you turn it into, you just paste those paragraphs together, and then you edit it to make it better. So these paragraphs here, you're copying and pasting into a document and turning this in and editing it because it's still a little rough. Mine is rough right here. Okay, so that's how to do it. If you want to do it over, if I gave you a 0 on this, it's because you didn't have notes. It's simple. Notes got you 100. I'm not reading the paragraphs that are on there. I'm reading the paragraphs here. So don't think that the paragraphs are going to get you any points. They will only get you points on the second assignment. I hope I made that clear. I hope you will take me up on this offer to make up this assignment.